Speaking of making tough decisions, selection committee, they hear it. They hear it. They've got all the, the negative comments, the 1-star reviews. UNC is just all over the place. They're being called the most controversial team in the tournament. Bottom line, should they have gotten in, Coach?
Well, whether they should or shouldn't have, I always felt like they would for a couple different reasons. Number one, at the top of the chain to me is there was no way the ACC was only getting 3 teams in, especially when the SEC was sitting at 13 with the potential of 14. They're just in the back room of the room. That's just not going to happen to those power leagues. The SEC bias is not real, but it's perceived to be real. And the SEC is absolutely deserving of 14 teams. And I thought Texas played their way in. And what I think, I wasn't in the committee, and I know Bubba Cunningham has taken a lot of hits on this, but what I saw in North Carolina is this. They played really, really well at the end of the year. You can't hold them responsible for the level or the strength of the teams that they played in the ACC. You can only hold them responsible for how they played in those games. They challenged themselves with a really good non-conference schedule, so that gave them a really strong non-conference strength of schedule, which I do think is a tipping point when you go against other criteria in the room. The recent results, it used to be the last 10K was a big factor when the NCAA selection committee, their last 10 games. They say it's not, but in this case it is. And I just think at the end of the day, I said this on television a lot last week, the tie goes to the blue blood. And that didn't work out for Indiana. I thought they should be in too. And frankly, to me, I wasn't surprised that West Virginia didn't get in, that Boise State didn't get in. I was not surprised that Texas and North Carolina got in. Those are big names and big leagues that played really tough schedules. And again, you can't hold the ACC schedule against Carolina. And I always thought that it would be Wake Forest or it would be North Carolina getting in. And North Carolina won 2 last week and had a great showing against Duke in the second half.
If you could take Carolina out, which of those teams are you putting in, the 4 left out?
Indiana, because of the way they closed the season as well. They played in a tough league. And I see the argument completely for West Virginia. So if it wasn't Indiana, it would be West Virginia. But if you're asking me personally, I would go Indiana.
Do you think that they'll win tonight, Carolina?
I'm calling those games.
State?
Yeah, I'm calling those games in Milwaukee for Westwood. I do think they will win tonight. I think they will have a harder time in Milwaukee, but I do think they will win tonight, yes. I think you could tell those kids, those young men, I should say, they were absolutely relieved, excited. When they showed video of them reacting to the news, it was like somebody had taken a 100-pound barbell off their back. And I think they will play that way tonight. The problem for Carolina tonight or any other night is, are they going to get back on defense? Are they going to get the ball stopped? Can they protect the rim defensively? And can they get enough scoring from their big men to offset the other team's front line scoring? Those are the issues to me, because they're going to score points.
Tom, you're crushing it. You've got Westwood. You were at the SIU Edwardsville game. You've got this game in Milwaukee. As glamorous as this on-air.
Marquette beat Missouri one time too, by the way. Marquette beat Missouri in 2003. I just want to put that in there.
Okay, sounds great. I love that.